Hello and welcome to Carnex. Today in our showroom we have a 2018 Volkswagen Tiguan. This is the Trendline trim with 2 owners, no accidents, and a little over 40,000 kilometers on the dash. Let's take a quick walk around the outside and we'll take it out for a test drive. First things first, let's look at these tires. These are Bridgestone and Copia all-season tires with plenty of tread left on both front and back. Of course, as you can see, the rotors are fresh. There's no rust or any sort of buildup on them, so those are good too. On this side of the vehicle, there's no imperfections, so let's check out the trunk. But before we do that, there is one minor thing that I do have to mention. The back bumper has a few tiny little stone chips right here and a couple of scuffs right about here. Now let's check out the space in here. Of course, one of the previous owners bought this aftermarket mud tray, which is pretty nice. Just below that, you have the privacy cover, which pops out and covers anything that you don't want others to see in your trunk. And just below that, you have the spare tire, the jack, and all the tools to change it. Now, let's go ahead and flip these seats down. These are the third row seats. So I imagine for the most part you're going to have them down, and this is the amount of trunk space that you get. Now, of course, if you want even more trunk space, you can always flip the second row down as well, which is as easy as that. And the second row is 60-40 split, so if you want to carry a passenger while having a little bit more trunk space, you always have the option to do that. Let's go ahead and close this up and check out the other side of the car. On this side, as well as the front, there's no scratches, no stone chips, and no imperfections. So let's go ahead and head inside and check out the features in there. Alright, moving on to the interior of the Tiguan. Let's take a quick look at the dash. You've got 41,769 kilometers on there. Looking over to the right hand side, let's check out the infotainment system and the connectivity options. Of course, you have the standard Bluetooth audio, aux, USB, CD, and SD. However, this vehicle also comes equipped with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and MirrorLink. Just below that, you have the climate control system. Of course, both of the front seats are heated with 3 levels of heat. Below that, you have the temperature adjustment, and just below that, you have the USB ports, the aux port, and the 12-volt charging port, and a nice little tray that fits your phone just like that. Over here you have the parking brake, the gear selector, and this model comes equipped with auto start and stop. Of course, you have the traction control, and over here you have the mode select. Now, in terms of mode select, you have a choice between winter mode, as you can see, an off-road mode, and you can actually customize your off-road mode as well. So you can turn the traction control on and off, and other things as well. Now, for normal road mode, you also have a few options in here. As you can see, you have Eco, Normal, Sport, and Custom as well. We're just going to keep it in Normal because that's what you're going to be driving in most of the time. Now, looking over here, you have the 2 cup holders, a couple more storage areas, a fairly deep storage pocket in the center console. Looking over the back seats, if you flip this down, you have another 2 cup holders. And of course, you do have an ample amount of legroom. And one more thing to mention is if you actually look at the rear window compared to the front window, the rear windows are very lightly tinted, so that gives your passengers in the back a nice sense of privacy, as well as protecting them from sunlight. Now, looking back at the front, of course, on the left hand side you have your cruise control, on the right hand side you have your infotainment controls, and just beyond that you have the intermittent wipers. Over on the left hand side you have your fog lights as well as headlight controls, and on the door panel you have the standard power locks, power windows, and power mirrors as well. Now, one thing about to mention about these side windows is side mirrors. They are heated as well. Now let's go ahead and put it into drive and see how it handles. Now I do apologize if you hear some background wind noise, that is actually the AC system. It is a very hot day out here in Toronto, so I do have it set to the lowest settings. However, you still might be able to hear a little bit of the noise. But the nice thing is, you know that the AC works. Go ahead and make this right turn, see how fast we can get up to speed. Just like that, no issues at all. That was in comfort mode as well. So it's very peppy. The power is being delivered to you by a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder motor, which gives you around 224 pounds of torque and 185 horsepower. Now, despite the size of the vehicle, it still manages to be fairly fuel efficient, consuming around 9 liters to maybe 9.5 liters for every 100 kilometers that you travel. Now let's go ahead and turn back into our plaza here, go over some speed bumps, and check out the noise level in the cabin. Now it's not as quiet as some of the other SUVs in its class. However, this is geared towards off-road, so the suspension is very soft. I can barely feel these speed bumps. Now, of course, if you have any more questions about this vehicle, do visit our website at Carnex.ca. We have a full virtual reality tour on there of both the inside and the outside. And of course, if you want to book yourself in for a test drive, give us a call, send us an email. We'd be happy to do that. However, this ends our test drive. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, helps us promote the sale, and it helps us bring you new inventory in the future. Thank you for watching.